So first of all, congratulations. By making the decision to pay off your debt, you are already way ahead of millions of other people and one step closer to tasting that sweet, delicious savor of debt freedom. So seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. Now I know you might be thinking, well, Katasha, that sounds great and all, but I have so much debt and have no idea where to start. And that's okay. Today, we're going to cover the two main schools of thought for debt repayment and discuss which method is probably the best one for you. So, ready to get started? Let's get to it. So as I mentioned, there are two main schools of thought for debt repayment, and they're the snowball method and the stack method. Let's cover the snowball method first. Now, you might have actually heard of this method before because it's been most popularized by the famous personal finance author, Dave Ramsey. And it goes like this. If you have multiple loans with varying amounts, just like our example here, you're going to arrange your loans from smallest to largest according to the total amount owed. That's all that we care about here, folks, just the total amount. Once you've arranged your loans from smallest to largest, you're going to pay just the minimum balance on those highest loans. But on that smallest loan, you're going to find as much money as you can possibly find and throw it towards paying off that loan. Did you get a work bonus this year? Great, put it towards that loan. Did your grandma send you a Christmas check for $30? Awesome, put it towards that loan. Do you have just a bunch of random stuff sitting around the house and collecting dust? Great, sell them and then use that money to pay off those loans. At the very least, and seriously, I mean the very least, you want to pay at least double the minimum balance of that smallest loan. Once you've paid off that smallest loan, what do you do now? You take the previous payments from that loan and then you throw it to the next loan. Once again, finding as much money as you can possibly find and putting it towards paying off that loan as fast as you can. And once you've paid off that loan, you repeat the same process to the next loan, and then to the next loan, and then to every single loan until you've completely paid off your entire debt. You see, like a little snowball, if you're just throwing the minimum payments towards your debt, you're not gonna really do much to knock them down. But once you start padding those minimum payments with all the extra money that you can find, including the minimum balances from your other loans, you will be throwing one huge boulder towards those highest loans and knocking them right down. All right, let's now discuss the stacking method. Now, the stacking method is actually pretty similar to the snowball method, but this time, instead of arranging your loans from smallest to largest according to the total amount owed, you're actually going to arrange your loans from largest to smallest according to the interest rate. And just like the snowball method, you're still going to find every single extra dollar that you can and put it towards paying off that first loan. As each loan is paid off, you're going to use the previous payments and roll them into the next loan, once again, just like the snowball method, until all of your debt is paid off. Now, the logical question to ask now is, what's the difference between the two methods and which one should I choose? Like everything, it really depends. You see, the stack method is actually the most financially efficient method for paying off your debt. Meaning, if you attack your loans with the same amount of intensity for each method, the stack method will always get you to pay off your loans while paying the least amount of interest. Let's take another look at our examples just to clarify. You see, while you're paying off that credit card, all of your other loans are still accruing interest. And some loans are accruing interest faster than others. And on top of that, while some loans are accruing interest faster than others, they are still carrying larger amounts of debt. Okay, so if the stacked method is the most efficient method for paying off my debt, why would I ever use the snowball method? Great question. You see, one of the hardest things about paying off your debt is seriously motivation. No joke, sometimes it is a struggle to pay off your debt, especially when your friends are taking trips to Italy and trips to Vegas, and they're like, oh, please come with us. And you're like, I'm still broke, guys. I am still broke. It's hard. And sometimes you really need that extra motivation. And one of the greatest things about the snowball method is as you keep paying off those smaller loans, it feels great. And you get even more motivation to pay off your entire debt. Which method is the best one for you? It depends. Are you the type of person who's got a lot of discipline and got a lot of grit and you can really stick to a long-term goal? If so, I say try the stack method. If it doesn't work out, you can always switch. But if you are the type of person who has a really hard time finding the motivation to stick to a long-term goal, I say try the snowball method. No matter which method you choose, it is really important that you find all the extra money that you can possibly find and put it towards paying off those loans. We are not doing the bare minimum here, guys. We are going to crush this debt. And with that, that is it. I will see you all next week. If you like what you saw here today, please do me a really big favor and hit the like button below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next week, goodbye, friends! Yay!